If you're living and working in another country than your home country, or if you want to do so, there is usually 3 phases to legalize and consolidate your stay there. Phase 1 is to actually get a residence permit in the country that you want to live and work in. Phase 2 is to keep your residence permit and make sure that it won't get revoked. And phase number 3 is to upgrade your residence permit when the time has come and to become a citizen in the country that you're living in. In this video, I will point out the most important factors to consider if you want to succeed in phase number 2 or 3, meaning what you'll have to do if you don't want to lose your residence permit or if you want to become a citizen in a country other than the one you were born in. If you're interested in learning more about phase 1, which is to get a residence permit abroad in the first place, I will have a video about that linked at the end of this one. Working as an attorney for a court of law in migration law, I know firsthand how tough it can be if people that are living abroad in a foreign country lose their right to residence there. This can be particularly tough if they have been living in the country for many years. It can also be discouraging if people are denied citizenship in a country in which they have been living for a very long time. But to make sure that you get to keep your residence permit or to get citizenship in another country, there are certain requirements that need to be fulfilled. Surprisingly, many people are completely unaware of them until they find themselves in a situation in which they are about to lose their rights, meaning in a situation which leads to them losing their residence permit or in which they are denied citizenship. To keep your residence permit abroad or to get citizenship in a foreign country, you must be well integrated, and there are certain factors that are taken into consideration when deciding whether a person is well integrated or not. There is one factor in particular that is the key to any successful integration abroad. A first factor that is crucial to whether you get to keep your residence permit abroad or to become a citizen in a foreign country is whether or not there are criminal charges against you. This may seem obvious to you, but respecting the legal system in a foreign country is absolutely crucial. If you violate the law there, your chances of getting your residence permit renewed or of becoming a citizen there are probably close to 0. Another aspect that is equally important is to make sure that you don't get any kind of debt, especially no so-called public debt. That means you always have to pay your taxes on time, you have to pay your health insurance costs, and you have to avoid drawing any kind of social welfare. Otherwise, the risk that your residence permit gets revoked or no longer renewed is very real. The receipt of social welfare and the resulting debt to a state are actually the main reason why residence permits have been getting revoked in the cases that I have been working on. The next point to be mentioned is that being well integrated also means to be well integrated into a country's labor market. Besides the fact that not having a job can very easily lead to debt, which can then result in your residence permit being revoked, it is also a lot more interesting for a country to keep people living there that are actually contributing to its general welfare. Therefore, longer periods of unemployment are something that is absolutely to be avoided if you want to make sure not to risk to get your residence permit revoked or to not get citizenship. Finally, one aspect to never underestimate, because it is the key to any successful integration abroad, is that you must learn the national language in the country that you're living in. I know that this can be particularly difficult for English-speaking nationals because they can pretty much get by with only speaking English almost anywhere at any time. But trust me, even if you have a great income, no debt, and if you never violated the law in a foreign country, you have no chance of getting citizenship or a permanent residence status there if you don't speak the national language. That doesn't mean that you need to get all the grammar rules perfectly right, but speaking a language fluently and being able to write and read it is essential to understanding a culture better and to connect with citizens of this country. And once you get there and master the local language, it is gonna make your life a whole lot easier in so many ways, and it is definitely gonna be worth the effort. And if you're worried about the costs related to that, I can guarantee you that there is many ways for foreigners in a country abroad to visit classes or learn the local language in other ways without having to spend a fortune on it. For now, if you have any more questions about integration abroad, make sure to leave a comment down below. Also, if you found this video helpful or if you liked it, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you would like to see more in the future. I will link 2 videos now which also concern migration law topics. If you want to check them out, feel free to do so. Other than that, I hope to be talking to you again soon.